ये वाला. Okay, so here's an EBS file on the left side of my screen, and I have a transaction 16 with the external transaction code 699. So yeah, 699 is not check payment but something else. Yeah. So currently in SAP for this bank, I have my 699 assigned to D622. This will be my external transaction and this will be my posting rule. And now if I look at the posting rule for D699, I see that this is debiting and crediting the same account. No. Oh, that's D999, not D699. I don't have a D699. Why don't I have a D699? Okay, मैं समझ गया. D69. Oh, okay. No. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing. The posting rule is 622, not 699. So D622. Okay. D622 debit is FEERFND and credit is main bank. FEERFND is refund. So it is posting to my 770. Okay. तो I mean बस ये example से user के साथ बात कर रहा था. So I just showed this to you. In this example, this should be different. In this example, basically 159,000 bank fees हम pay नहीं कर रहे हैं. This is the wrong one. For October release, we are going to create a new account symbol for 622 and map this to 2160 account. एक account दिया है, वो account को map करेंगे. So basically this is the EBS thing, right? So normal EBS concept आपको तो पता ही होगा. So what happens, for example, I have my vendor payment. So let's say I have a vendor payment 1, vendor payment 2, vendor payment 3, and this is an ACH payment. So I'm going to debit my vendor for the payment amount, right, to clear, and credit ACH clearing, and debit vendor and credit, let's say IDOC clearing or whatever. Debit vendor and credit check clearing. Let's just say this is for 1,000 and this is for 1,000 and this is for 1,000, and let's say my beginning cash balance is 10,000 USD. So in this day I made 3 transactions for $3,000. This $3,000 are not immediately took away from my bank account. वही दिन पे मुझे credit नहीं हुआ है. Because check clearing is for 3 days, this is for, I don't know, 1 day, this is for, let's say, 10 days. But even though these are not credited from my bank account, my $10,000, I mean, out of the $10,000, only 3,000 is pending. Sorry, only 3,000 is available. Even though these are not cut from my system because I made the commitment, I only have $7,000 more to spare. So वही दिन, I mean, अगले दिन जब कट होती है, मुझे EBS फाइल में ये ट्रांजैक्शंस मिलती है, where I will debit my ACH clearing or whatever clearing and credit my main cash account. So this is the whole point of EBS, right? So this works on the same way for customer refunds, customer payments also, right? So if I have a customer payment, then I'll have a credit customer and debit lockbox clearing. And when my EBS file comes in, I credit my lockbox clearing and debit my main cash. So for example, let's say this is $2,000, this is 1,001, this is 1,002, let's just say. So अगले दिन मुझे एक transaction EBS में मिली है, and basically this will only post, of course, if everything matches, and if nothing matches, you know the process, right? I upload the statement to ff_file, and then I go to FIBA bank statement to manually match the documents. So now let's say I'm in FIBA bank statement and I see a unposted entry for 1,001. So I will select this and save this, and then it will be cleared against this document because I know that 1,001 is for this payment. But for example, if this is for 1,000 and if everything else was for 1,000, then I don't know what the payment is for. Then we make a guess and we look at the payment, the transaction details to figure out which 1,000 it belongs to. ये normal process है. Now EHP 6 के बाद SAP बोल रही है they implemented a new functionality. For example, let's say you transfer me $1 million. The bank is not going to, जैसे आपने कभी ATM में cash deposit किए हैं, what does that ATM receipt tell you? It says $100 is available right now, but the remaining will be available tomorrow. ऐसे बोलती है ना बैंक. So vendor payment या customer payment भी, if there is, for example, in this case, let's say 2,000. So the bank says $100 is available today, 500 will be available tomorrow, and 1,400 will be available on the third day. So currently in EHP 6 के पहले, it used to aggregate all these three and post 2,000 to my general ledger, to the EBS, and I could just easily map 2,000 with 2,000 and save the document, clear the document. EHP 6 के बाद, it is posting 100, it is posting 500, it is posting 1,400, but it is not posting the 2,000. So I don't know which combination, here this is fine, but for example, let's say this is 500, this is 500, this is 400, 600, this is $1.999. Now when I look at my EBS currently, I see these entries. I don't see these entries. So if I look at these entries, I don't know what should be matched against which. I don't know if the 1,400 should be matched against 400 and if there was a $200 bank fee to clear this, or if this was supposed to match with this to clear one of these three invoices. So Currently, it's the item level postings that are being posted, not the aggregate posting. So that is the problem, and that is the BI whatever ticket you asked me this morning, right? So we reached out to SAP. अभी तक मुझे करने का टाइम नहीं मिला है. So actually let me show you the document also. Just logged me out. Okay, so for example मेरे 11/14 डेट में I have a 16,975 payment which is posted at 16,975. But after EHP 6 is applied, this 16,975 is posted as 3 individual line items: 9839, 4236 and 270. So if I look at this, basically 115s are my quote unquote line items. ये 115 सारे को सम करके उसको एक ही पोस्ट करना था. So before upgrade it used to post everything. So okay, here you see on 11/5 176,000 was available. $11,000 was available after 2 days, but in my EBS posting I have the total 187 posted. But here after upgrade you see 5412 is available on 227. 288 is available in 2 days. So instead of summing up and posting to $5,700, I actually booked these as individual entries. So this is the difference before upgrade and after upgrade. So from these two examples you can see, right? Before upgrade it was summing up these two and posting only the sum to my GL, whereas in this example it is posting my individual line items to the GL. So example हम दिए थे, and what the guy says is, I suggest you to recheck the customization. Here are some configuration tables you need. Tables दिया है, इसमें से OT51, OT55 and OT82, 3 transaction codes he gave us. In one of the transaction code, I think it's OT82, it says it is by sum. So basically what he says is there should be some configuration we should be able to do. I mean, I'm just showing OT. I'm just taking anything. Okay, anyways, sorry. कल मैंने कुछ summation बोल के दिखाई दी. Okay, anyways, he says, okay, sorry, here it is. I'm sorry. Recheck if you have the option of summation for transaction type required. So he says, if this option is available, then the program does not create payment advice for each bank item. Rather, it sums up everything by value date and places the payment advices from the summarized records. So, if you have some time, can you play around with this? उसने जो भी दिया था. Does it make any sense? Yeah. So basically, I mean, for testing, I guess we can take the same exact file, EBS file. This is April 11th file. And sorry, no, this is before, right? This is so for confirmation sake, I guess let's take 27th February file. And if we post it, and this is for House Bank 9825. Oh, sorry, statement date 26th. Yeah, 26th, right? So if we pull up 26th file and upload it in our ECD system after making some config changes, let's see if there is a possible combination of config उसने जो भी 3 config दिया है OT 51, 52 and 82. If we can do some config and upload this statement, if it is posting 5800 total rather than these as individual line items. Okay. So basically the summarization should be based on the bank posting date. Because both have the same posting date, it should be the same amount. Okay, so I'm just sending you this email. And I'm sending you his reply. Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir. I don't know, Saurabh. I mean, he says if you play around with these 3 config, what I can show you is yeah, that's what I'm doing. Let me pull up the file and send you the file. Actually, it's a different files on interfaces. Interfaces, inbound, BOA, EBS, archive. डेट अप्रैल था क्या? नहीं, 26. Okay, cool. And amount was 5412. Okay, ये वाला भी नहीं है. 288 5412. So basically you see here, this is the problem. For 115 record, instead of posting the 5700 total, it pulled up the line items 5412 and 288 as different entries. Before upgrade, it was posting 5700 as shown in the other example. So हमें क्या करना है? Let me just pull up the file. Okay, so this is our EBS file. So let me just show in this one. So this is my BAI format. My statement file is BAI testing, and I'm doing a workstation upload. Okay, so when I execute it, okay, so okay, so if I execute it, dates को बदलना है. 9825 841. Basically, since ECQ is refreshed, this data is already there. I'm just trying to figure out the primary key. I think the primary key is the date, but I'm unable to find the date. Oh, okay, here it is. So 1402, right? Let me just make it today's date. 1409. 09. Okay, it should import it now. No, why does it say it 41 already exists? Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'll just. Okay. Fifty-fourth one is not there. Oh, what happened? Oh, sorry. 5, 1, 4, 1, 2. Okay. So basically, you see, it's posting 5412. So this is just what we want to do. So just play around with those config, and whatever you play around with, see if you can change the external transaction 115 to be summarized by value date. That's what he said in his note. If there is some config. So in ECD, just try out any different config for with respect to 5115 to summarize by value date. So जो भी है न्यू एंट्रीज डाल के कुछ config ट्राई कर लेना. ECD 130 में SCC 1 कर लेना, and just post this by changing dates. What we want is this 5412 and 288 should not be there. Both should be summarized, and when you upload it, it should actually show up as 5700. Okay? Yes. Yep. No, as it is still under TBD. करना है, करता हूँ, नहीं तो कहाँ ये करना तो है, वो तो है. So I'll have to just make some time. Okay. So it's in now? Okay. You know how to use Firefighter Access? Okay, cool. Okay, okay, okay. Cool, cool. Log into GRP and click on the log on button. The